welcome to my channel. My name is Manaka and this is my channel. This is my channel. Yay. Today I wanted to speak about my university varsity experience. Yeah. So I did try to start this video yesterday, but it wasn't actually working out. So what I did, I'm drinking some Kami citrus chai. Love me some Kami and baby. Soon Matari Organics will be the same. Watch this space. So yes, I expected myself to be able to finish the video yesterday, but I couldn't because I was busy. So obviously, as we do our videos, we also work at the same time. Always make sure that you're working before. Okay. So I've always been like one of those girls who wasn't insanely obsessed with, like, say, who wasn't insanely obsessed with, like, say, working very hard. Like I remember in primary school and high school, there was a lot of times where I literally would look at people and be like, when do you ever like spend time for yourself, right? Like I had this whole thing where I didn't fully understand putting in so much energy into something that wasn't that enjoyable, and I actually get it now. I was always a generator at heart. I always I guess wanted to be able to do well, but I also wanted to allow myself the space to do other things besides what it is that I was doing, right? So literally I would work enough for the energy that I had, which was always good. As I say, generator, because that means that I didn't how can I explain it? It means that I didn't overwork. And mind you, I have tried to overwork before, and it's funny because like you look at all these things and you realize that honestly, let's say 20. So honestly, for example, if you look at any generator, I'm gonna have to try do an example at some point, maybe in the workshop. Oh yes, I'm doing a workshop. I'll be having a workshop, human design workshop, on the 20th of December. I'm not sure what time. I'm still working around 1, 4 or 6. I'm still working around 1, 4 or 6 p.m. South African Standard Time. So I will confirm it on my Twitter. So please follow me on Twitter to get more information about this. So I've always been somebody who goes with what my gut says, right? I've always been that person, and I think the issue has always come from like other people trying to push me. I have the Buddha gate. I think I spoke about it in my other video. I have the Buddha gate, which basically means I am a leader at heart. So taking listening to other people basically, and them telling me what I'm supposed to do is insane for me, because I've always felt like I work better when I do things at my own pace, in my own way, right? And and you know, like sometimes you do like have to look at yourself and like see whether you're shooting yourself in the foot or not. And yes, as a teenager, as a young 20-something-year-old, I probably did shoot myself in the foot a lot of the times for a lot of the things that I was getting, because I do feel that I've always had that almost like famous person complex. Like, I'm not famous, but within the spaces that I was in, I always felt like the one who was liked more. Even though I was shy. I was so shy. And you know, it's crazy. I didn't actually think I was shy for a very long time. A long time in my childhood, I didn't think I was shy until I realized that in actuality, I just didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to be seen in the spotlight. I didn't want to, what's the word? I didn't want to be seen in the spotlight, and I didn't want to fail, for example. So I kept myself in a space that was comfortable. I kept myself hidden, unseen. I wish I could digitize that VCR, because in grade 4, I think it is, I did a play, and I'm pretty sure I've spoken about this before, but literally we were holding cardboard boxes, and I still couldn't stand behind that cardboard box. I really, like, it was like obviously beautifully painted and stuff like that. It was like a monster or whatever, but like, I was shy. I was shy, guys. Seriously, I was shy. Like, I was like the kind of shy that you don't wanna see in somebody. And I wasn't always shy. I just got to a point where I did not want to disappoint people, and I just chose not to be anything else but what people wanted me to be, right? Anyway, cool. That went all the way to high school, where I worked as hard as I could to make sure that I passed, but I didn't work hard enough to excel. Let me say it like that, because I could have easily excelled. Most of the shit that I was learning was not actually that difficult. So I just decided that, okay, cool, let me just be average. Because when you excel, eyes are on you. When you fail, eyes are on you. So be in the middle, right? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So I decided, okay, I'm going to just be average, basically, right? So my matric results weren't as great as they could have been, but they weren't bad. I literally was able to get into a university. But I remember I was still, so at the time I still really loved interior design, but I didn't know if I would get in. So, and I didn't even know if I wanted to go study immediately after matric, because 12 years of going to school, not even 12 years. Technically, by the age of 2, I was in creche. So I was already in the system of waking up, doing what somebody else tells you by the age of 2. So, yeah. So obviously, by the time I turned 18, I was tired of that. I wanted to just be, but obviously things happen, and because at the time I was very much like a follower, and I didn't want to be left behind, so I applied late for interior design at UJ Bunting Road. I applied late, and I didn't get accepted. So then I applied for multimedia, which was something that I think I really would have excelled in. I love to draw. I haven't drawn properly in a minute, and I haven't really had formal training when it comes to drawing. So my drawing skills have always been what they taught us in high school, basically, and what I learned in interior design. Anyway, I'll get there. So cool. I applied for multimedia, and mind you, all of these things were things that I felt forced into because other people were going to school, right? So as a generator already, that's the wrong way to move. It was supposed to be something that comes into my aura, that excites me, and I'd be like, yes, you know? And multimedia did excite me, but it didn't come into my aura. I found it. The interior design at UJ also didn't necessarily come into my aura. I found it because I'm like, okay, I need to do something. I didn't get in for both of them, and oh yeah, it was heartbreaking. But you know what, I think life, everything happens for a reason, right? So I just let it be, and then I tried to look for something else to do, because now I'm in the mood to study. Now I'm in the mood to go to varsity, right? So I applied for tourism. Yeah, I wouldn't say tourism was bad, but also it wasn't great. I failed so many modules, guys. Oh my god. Like, they give you 5 or 6 modules per term, and I think each term I failed either 50% or 40% of those modules. And it wasn't because I was doing really badly, it was the way it was being taught. So for example, I think that if you're an A student in, and this is my opinion, could be wrong, if you're an A student in high school, for example, 80s, 90s, close to 100%, I think you'll do quite well in varsity and university, but you won't get 80s or 90s. You'll probably get more 70s until you get a hang of the way they teach in university. And I couldn't grasp it, because for me, you know, how in primary school and in high school they offer you things on a plate, on a silver platter, basically. They just give you the information and say, this is how you do it, you better understand it, you know. But the issue was, obviously, as much as that was great, when you get to varsity, they don't do that. When you get to varsity, you have to basically teach yourself. So cool. I wasn't at the point of understanding that I was a one line. I did not think that I was that good at teaching myself. I did not know, obviously, about human design. This was 2010. I didn't know about my left arrows and how I needed to plan out, I guess, my study schedules and stuff like that. But it's also really difficult because as much as I need to plan things out, I can't really do it unless I feel like doing it, you know. And varsity has this thing where you are kind of forced to study even when you don't feel like studying, otherwise you will fail. So I wouldn't say it's the greatest place for a generator, unless you're studying something that you really love. I'll get to it. So cool. That year, I think I enjoyed the lifestyle. I wasn't really in the UJ lifestyle, but I was able to experience life like a student. I got a student card, obviously. I was using the bus. I had to travel through Jersey. Yay. Jersey CBD. Ay. And you know, at the time I was good with it because that's what I wanted. And then I think I was just really gutted because to me it felt like I could do it, right? And then to basically be shown that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like that really hurt me. But I realized that as a one line, I am supposed to learn how to learn, right? I am fantastic with information, but I needed to figure out what was my way of doing it. And obviously after trial and error, I've realized that, oh no, actually I need to find a good way for me, yes, I need to find certain things that I need to do on a daily basis to keep up the information, but I need to find what's good for me. So UJ was so depressing to me. Literally it was so painful. Like, I failed, basically, or was failing, and every time and this is how you know that it wasn't something that excited me, or that I really like. I liked it, I really did, but it wasn't something that was a definite yes from my sacral, because literally I failed. I don't fail. I'm joking. I'm joking. In Patrick, I failed. That what's that thing called? There was paper 3, yeah, maths. I don't know why I did that. I wanted the extra points, but I knew nothing that was going on there. Yes, as I failed that thing, guys. Like, it's about F minus F minus F minus minus minus. I failed that thing, and it made me laugh so much, because when I saw it, I was like, what the hell? But it still gave me a point or two. So I think that helped a lot. So, hey, to like things, not to like things. But yeah, I was saying before that when I did do all of these things, and forcing myself to study in the middle of the night, drinking coffee, something that I don't even like, to try to keep myself awake so that I can study, hey, like, it didn't work, because literally coffee made me sleep. I hated coffee to the extent that I had to put like probably 3-4 sugars in it, and then still add milk. But it wasn't 4 sugars, it was probably 3, and I usually drink 2 sugars in my tea. So that's how you can tell that it was very bad. You can tell it's very bad. So cool. So cool. I already knew. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm actually doing generator story time, is because it's also a way for me to see how to move forward in terms of the things that I know, in terms of generators and my human design and my chart and all of that, like actually applying it to my life now, after noticing and seeing the things that I failed to do previously, before I knew that this is who I am. So yeah, it was very heartbreaking, in terms of like the fact that I failed. It was very, very, it's very heartbreaking. But I did just move with it. I let myself go through the motions. I mean, I think I was depressed, but hey, being a Cancer stellium and a Capricorn stellium and a Leo stellium all in one, hey, one side wants to be inside the house, the other side wants to shine and be seen. So cool. I obviously left, and I tried to do other things. I tried to continue with promotions, which is also not my thing. Like I said the other time, I tried to do my first corporate job was selling workshops to companies, and the people loved me. They just wouldn't buy the damn workshops. They just kept promising, and that's not my selling technique. I'm just supposed to share information, and at the time, obviously, I have not experienced, like, I could sell Afriho stuff because I work here. I could literally sell the stuff that I use. I could sell a domain, I could sell the fiber, because it's something that I use. I have an experience with it, an emotional connection to it. But with those workshops, even promotions, I never had an emotional connection to it. I think the only time where I really made money was when somebody had come to us in high school and was like, please can you say, I think it was like a car wash or something like that, and they're like, hi guys, do you want to get 200 I think they said 100 or 200 bucks for the day. I just want you to share all of these by the robots on Saturday, blah blah blah. And we did that, and it was fun. you know. And that's exactly what you need as a generator, is fun. You need something that will excite you. You need something that will give you the opportunity to feel like you're actually not working, you know. That's literally what we need. Anyway, okay, sharp. Then 2012, so 2011 happened. I basically failed in 2010. 2011 happened where I was trying to get odd jobs and all of that. Then 2012 happened where I decided to apply at Dublin for an interior design short course, right? And remember, colleges are more likely to accept you. Oh shit, I forgot. There was a year when I applied at let me try to find the name before I continue. Yes, I found it. There was a time when I applied for Vega, right? And I think at the time I was just being hopeful, and I got in. Now, colleges will accept you, but Vega is a private school, so I didn't have... I think the one thing that I can say I did well is I applied and I had the hope that it was going to work out for me. I had the greatest hope that it was going to work out for me. And then oh shit, I have to cut this short. Okay, I have to cut this short. So I'm gonna make it 2 different videos about college. So yeah, UJ failed basically, but I was able to experience university, and I think that's one thing that I'm really happy about, is that I actually got to experience university, right? Yeah, and then the next video will be about my experience in varsity. So yes, let's go to that one. Thanks for watching.